Welcome to Fighting Stats, the ultimate channel for MMA fans who love statistics and betting breakdowns. I'm your host, Art C, and I'm here to get you ready for the upcoming UFC fights. In this series, I'll be watching tape and providing my real time analysis on how I think the fights are going to go. I'll be watching for fighters' strengths, weaknesses, tendencies, and overall strategies, pairing that with Fighting Stats' exclusive UFC stats not available anywhere else to give you a prediction on how I think the fights are going to go and ultimately who's going to win. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Welcome to Fighting Stats. Welcome back to Fighting Stats. I'm your host, Art C, and today we will be breaking down the fight between Ramon Taveras and Canadian Serhiy Sidey. We watched all of the Serhiy Sidey tape. We watched the Ramon Taveras fight. Weird situation where these guys met already in Dana White Contender Series, somewhat of an early stoppage by the by the referee. So this is a rematch here at UFC 297 coming up. We're gonna get the numbers down onto paper. We're gonna see if we get a best bet or we can find a play to watch. So we're gonna start with the Ramon Taveras side. We talked about him being primarily a boxer, but pretty quick hands, decent head movement. Always live. Has a couple of knockdowns in the last couple of fights. Honestly, probably about 5 or 6 from my counts, from my recollection, between the last 3 fights. So definitely some power on his hands there. I haven't seen Serhiy Sidey really rocked, but I haven't really seen him take a clean shot either. Actually, he has taken some decent shots there. He can be hit. So I'm going to say Ramon Taveras. I'm going to honestly put TKO probably around 15 to 20%. We're going to leave it at 20% because Taveras can hit. Submission, I don't think he's going to win by any submissions here. He hasn't looked for any takedown. I haven't seen any grappling. He may surprise and jump out and pull some sort of guillotine. He does look for the guillotine upon the takedown. Anytime he's trying to take him down, he does jump guillotine or look for that. So I guess it's possible. I guess we'll leave it at 5% for now. Win by decision, again, it's possible. Serhiy Sidey pretty durable. We're going to leave it at 15%. I definitely think it's possible as well. Serhiy Sidey win by TKO. Now, we talked about this in the film study. I don't see a lot of power in Serhiy Sidey's hands. If it does come, most of his KO wins or TKO wins are TKO wins, referee stoppages, or he has a couple of wins to the body where he digs to the body, drops these guys. I just don't think he has a ton of power. Ramon Taveras probably pretty durable. I'm not going to put a lot. Again, he did drop Taveras in the first fight, so I have to respect that. If Taveras is 20%, we're going to put Sidey at 20%. He also does go for, and we'll talk about the sub, but Serhiy Sidey's sub, I seem to just assume that Serhiy Sidey has a grappling advantage. We've seen some decent top control. We've seen a triangle that he's put in. We just haven't seen Serhiy Sidey proactively look to grapple. And we thought that maybe in the first fight when they did fight, that Serhiy Sidey would have that grappling advantage, that he would look to get the fight down to the ground. Never did shoot, let the fight stay standing. So I think the sub is possible. If I'm giving Taveras 5%, probably going to give Sidey probably 10%, just because I think he has more ability to be top position, top time, things like that. I just don't think it's that high because I just haven't seen him go for a lot of subs. Win by decision, he is pretty durable. I mean, he has endless cardio. We've seen him go 5 rounds a couple of times there. I do think decision is probably his most likely path to victory. I'm going to cap it around 30% here. So, that works 40-60. Okay, so with those said, I'm just going to recap, just see if anything seems off. Ramon Taveras to win by TKO, 20%, win by submission, 5%, and win by decision, 15%, for a total of 40% money line or actual odds of plus 150 or better. On the Serhiy Sidey side, win by TKO, 20%, win by submission, 10%, and win by decision, 30%, for a total money line of 60% or minus 150. I do think that the odds probably should be closer than further. I'm not willing to put a ton of stock into that first fight just because I have seen Taveras fight through it. I've seen sort of him come back. I know he got dropped in that first fight. I think Taveras could be a live dog here. I'm wondering what the current prices are. Let me just go over to fight odds because, again, the first fight I remember City being around minus 200 to minus 180, somewhere in that range. Don't know if anything's changed here. Looks about the same. Minus 80, 185 to 200 for the Serhiy Sidey side, plus 160 for the Ramon Taveras side. So we're going to plug those in here. Plus 160, minus 180 here. So if we look at our Kelly criterion, 8th Kelly criterion, it is recommending a small stab on Ramon Taveras on the money line at plus 160. Again, our line says it's plus 150 or better. I'm okay with passing for right now. We're going to keep an eye on some of the props. Serhiy Sidey, the Canadian, so we have him around minus 180. Sorry, we have his odds at around minus 150. His current line is minus 180, so a little bit more expensive than I would have liked to play. I do think that the odds are probably closer than the fight will show. I'll keep an eye out on these, like fight to go to decision, not go to decision. Honestly, looking at these numbers now, if I saw goes to decision at plus 122, I'd probably take that. Maybe change some numbers around just because I do think it goes to decision more often than not. I think a lot of people are going to put faith into City dropping him again, looking for the finish. I just don't see it. I think both guys are pretty durable. So if I did pump up the decision numbers, let me see if I can move things around. If I turn 15% win by decision, Taveras win by decision, 15% here, 35% there. We still come to the same money line, but now goes to the decision as 55% minus 122. I'm going to keep an eye out. That line catches my eye in terms of goes to decision. I think it will. I don't think Serhiy Sidey has a ton of power. Ramon Taveras is going to learn. I'm okay. We're going to keep an eye on the lines. Make sure you like and subscribe. Again, I post all of our plays to our Patreon, patreon.com/fightingstats. So if I do end up making a play, I'll post it there, letting you guys know first, our subscribers. And when the props come out, if I play anything, again, I'll post it there as well. Giving you the breakdowns here so you have your own numbers, but it really depends on where the lines are at. And so it will get us to the window. Otherwise, I might pass on this fight altogether. I will be at the event, so I may end up sprinkling something. But those are my odds. I'm picking Serhiy Sidey to win. I'm just not there yet for a betting line based on the current betting line. So again, my name is Art C. Thanks for watching. I hope that was helpful. Let me know below with a comment if I'm missing anything I'm not considering, or maybe you know these guys on a personal level, letting me know how they look more recently. But again, Art C. Thanks for watching. This is Fighting Stats. All right, guys. Well, that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this sort of content, make sure you smash the like button, hit the subscribe. You'll get notified anytime we put out new content. And remember, here at Fighting Stats, I lead a team of expert data scientists. We are working around the clock to produce these exclusive UFC stats, not available anywhere else. We do our tape study. We pair them with our stats. We put out our best bets. We put our best bets to patreon.com/fighting stats. That's where we put all our analysis, all of our stats. Join patreon.com/fighting stats to get exclusive access. Recently, we just hit $82,000. Yes, that's right. $82,000 parlay on White Fight. We used our fighting stats to get there, and we won a massive payday. Our Patreon members had exclusive access to that, so they shared in the profits there. So don't miss out. Make sure you subscribe today. Again, my name is Art C. This is Fighting Stats. Thanks for watching.